Our top story, the intensity of extreme drought and rainfall has sharply increased over the past 2 decades. That's what a new study has confirmed. But these aren't just tough weather events. These are conditions that are leading to extremes such as crop failure, infrastructure damage, and even humanitarian crises and conflict.
According to a new study released in Nature Water, warmer global temperatures are increasing the extent, duration and severity of flooding and drought and are having more effect than natural climate patterns. The study used data from a pair of satellites known as GRACE or Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment to get the big picture on water levels. Experts use these satellite images to measure changes in Earth's water storage, which is the sum of all the water on and in the land, including groundwater, surface water, ice and snow. But what does the water data reveal? The data shows a strong link between climate extremes and rising global average temperatures. It confirms that both frequency and intensity of rainfall and droughts are increasing due to burning of fossil fuels and other human activity that releases greenhouse gases. Hence, a warmer atmosphere increases the rate at which water evaporates during dry periods, as it also holds more water vapor, which fuels heavy rainfall events. This means continued global warming will lead to more drought and rainstorms that are worse, by many measures more frequent, more severe, longer and larger. But which are the regions that suffered the worst flooding and droughts? During the research, authors looked at over 1,000 events from 2002 to 2021 using a novel algorithm that identifies where the land is much wetter or drier than normal. The data, however, showed that the most extreme rains keep happening in sub-Saharan Africa from 2002 to 2021. And the rainfall extremes also took place in Central and Eastern North America from 2018 to 2021 and Australia during 2011 and 2012. The most intense droughts were a record-breaking one in northeastern South America from 2015 to 2016. Another severe drought was in the Cerrado region of Brazil that began in 2019 and still continues to face harsher conditions. And lastly, the ongoing drought in the American Southwest, the latter that has caused dangerously low water levels in two of the biggest U.S. reservoirs, which are Lake Mead and Lake Powell, that remain low despite heavy rains this year. After Europe faced the second warmest winter on record, Europe too came under the radar and faced extreme drought last winter. And now low rain and snowfall puts parts of Europe under difficulties impacting farming, drinking water supplies and energy generation. So what impact will worsening floods and droughts have? Infrastructure like airports and sewage treatment plants are becoming more challenged by extreme weather. And this is because they were only designed to withstand infrequent events, according to a climate scientist at Columbia University. Looking forward into the future in terms of managing water resources and flood control, one should be anticipating that the wetter extremes will be wetter and the dry extremes will get drier. He further added that it's a mistake to assume that future wet and dry extremes can be managed the same as in the past, because everything's going to get amplified on both ends of the dry-wet spectrum. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.